what a crazy day in crypto yesterday. Was anybody watching the price of Bitcoin go up and up and up? Kate, we got two Kates in the house. I love that. It went through 107, then it went through 108, then it went through 109, then it went through 110. I was at home thinking, oh my God, it's going to go to an all-time high. But it kind of cooled about 110.5. Woke up this morning, it was still above 109. And then something really cool happened. Ethereum just spiked up by 7%. And this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this thing called Bitcoin dominance to just go lower. So the Ethereums and the Solanas and all these quote unquote altcoins can start getting money into those. That is going to be this massive blow off the top season. And it's actually starting to happen right in front of our eyes. And it's pretty cool that that's happening. And I just want to show you an indicator that I look at. It's called Bitcoin dominance. And I'm just going to show you one of my graphs right now. Just thumbs up if you can see this graph here. Can everybody see this here? I know it might look a little complicated, but it actually isn't. It's called Bitcoin dominance. And you can see in the past, it's been as high as 65%. Recently, it was at 64%, but now it's gone to 64.2. If it starts breaking again down to these levels of 62 and even lower, we're going to see the altcoin season arrive. And that's when really things start to get interesting. So I'm watching that, obviously watching the price of Ethereum. We saw it break out here to around the 2,800 level. You can see it tried to go here 3 different times over the past few weeks after it really screamed up here. If it breaks through this 2,800 level, people are saying it could go to 3,000 and more. And so it's a really exciting thing to happen. And it's something that we're pumped for here. And it's something that we're just really want to talk about. So it's all happening. I really think June is going to be an epic month. I think there's going to be a lot of new highs. And I want to show you how we're making money behind the scenes. So last chance to turn cameras on. Martini has a bad habit of throwing people out. But let's jump into this presentation, because on top of that, we also have a lot of things going on here. And so I'm about to do the presentation. And what I'm going to do is share with you the big news from Trump, because it's just bullish, bullish, bullish coming out of the White House. And this is the big news, folks. We see that Trump confirms this imminent Fed decision, and that's why Bitcoin and crypto are bracing for this huge price earthquake. Now, we all know that President Trump wants a new Fed chairman. He wants Powell to go. He's putting pressure. But also Trump and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent are, in a way, they can do Powell's job for him by easing some of the capital controls that banks have to have in order to hold government bonds. And they can, in their own way, pump liquidity into the system, and they're doing it right now as we speak. Folks, before we get started, just want to say this presentation is for information purposes only, not intended to be investment advice. If you're looking for that, please go find a professional. I'm also looking to give you a free gift, which is module 1 of our super premium program called the Investment Club. This is going to show you how startups raise money on the blockchain. It's actually amazing. And if you're watching this later, you can go to londonreal.tv/download. But since you're here, I'm actually going to send you this PDF file right now here with the power of Zoom. So can everybody just check your chat there? Kate, can you just tell me if you're getting this through? I'm going to send this to the main chat. It's actually module 1. It's a PDF file. And if you could just type yes as a reply if you get it to your inbox there. Let me see here. Okay, that's going through. Boom. You should have it now. Just hit me with a yes back if you are seeing that. And that would be great. Go ahead and watch that or read that. Maybe in your spare time, not do it now, because I'm going to probably just get down to business here, if that's okay with you. I'm also going to give you a free video. And this video is going to show you how to find the hottest crypto pre-sale tokens in 3 easy steps. This is how we're making millions and tens of millions of dollars. And I believe by the end of the year, hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto. And I'll give you that at the end of the video. We'll give you that link. By the way, pre-sale tokens is a process of buying coins before they ever go public, before they go on an exchange. And that's one of the ways that we can make massive amounts of money, because they typically spike in price when they get listed for the public. And of course, a lot of people have probably heard of this token called Solana. Raise your hand if you heard of that. Kate, have you heard of that token Solana before? It's really one of the big ones out there. Kate McNeely knows what I'm talking about. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that Solana could have been purchased as a pre-sale token for 4 pennies each. And nowadays you can buy it for like $200. And it's just one of the many examples out there that show you how $1,000 invested in this market in pre-sale tokens would have made you $5 million profit. And that's just something to really think about, because that's real money, right, Kate? That's real money, and it can change people's lives. And that's what we're doing behind the scenes. Folks, this is a deal that we did about 6 months ago, and you can see the amount we put in the deal. It's that blue circle. It says $200,000. We actually bought our tokens for 1.25 pennies each, cheaper than you could have bought those Solana tokens for. And what happened? Well, the token was up 20x at launch. It's hard to really explain what that feels like. And in about 4 hours, the members of my group made a $4 million profit. It's really incredible. It only happens in crypto. Folks, I worked in banking since 1993. I came here to London to work in the derivatives industry. I never saw any instrument, stock, bond, commodity, anything that could do a 20x in 4 hours. And that's why we love crypto. Now, this deal was called Skillful AI. This is the CEO named Zoltan. And when we invest in a deal, we also give their CEOs London Real episodes. And it's one of the reasons we get the best deals on the planet that I can give to you. And that way you can create generational wealth in one cycle. Folks, this is another deal we did called Shrapnel. It's actually a video game on the blockchain itself. That one did a 20x in 20 days and made my group a $5 million profit. This is another deal called Mochaverse. This is up 20x. And the chairman of this, his name is Yatsu. It's me and him pictured there. He's become a good friend. We've actually done about 7 or 8 deals with his parent company called Animoca Brands. And he'll actually be here in London in 2 weeks to film, I think, his 7th episode on London Real. This is Story Protocol. We had a 22x pop here, and we're really excited about this company backed by one of the big VCs on the planet called Andreessen Horowitz. And of course, this was one of our meme coins, up 14x the day it launched. One of our members, Christina, and her mom put $30,000 in this token. They woke up to a $420,000 profit. Who would like to wake up to that? Kate and Kate, right? Better than waking up to your partner, waking up to $420,000, right? Christina thought her phone was broken. She thought something was wrong. And I said, no, that's your money. Now, look, I'm not saying that's enough to quit your job and to retire, but it's enough to really start to give you your freedom back. And that's why we do this here, because I want to give you your freedom back. And of course, this is one of our big successes. It's a $1 billion fund we invested in called 1RT. This is the guy that runs it, Dan Tapiero, and he really is a legend. We're up 4x already on this fund. I'm in this deal. Martini's in this deal, and about 55 members of our investment club are in this deal. And he has been down to the New York Stock Exchange, not once, not twice, but soon to be 3 times this year, because all of his companies are going public for billions, actually tens of billions of dollars. And Martini, the last time I checked, between eToro and Deribit and Circle and the upcoming Gemini, those 4 companies are going to be worth, I think, $36 billion. And Dan was buying these things for pennies on the dollar back in October 22. And look, we've had a great relationship with Dan. He's been on the show 5 or 6 times. We really, really value him as an investor. And we're really proud of the money that we've made, our group, by getting really in partnership with Dan. Folks, I want to show you some of our latest deals because they're really exciting. One of them is a deal we launched recently that's going to solve the problem of quantum computers. Have you heard about quantum computers, Kate Dixie or Kate McNeely? Right? There are these super fast computers that basically are going to allow them to crack all of our encryption in like a second. So all of your passwords on websites, anything with 256-bit encryption, any crypto on the planet potentially is going to be cracked by these quantum computers. And it not only means that crypto could all go to zero or it could all be hacked, but it also means that every security protocol in the world could get hacked. That's very dangerous if you're thinking about, nuclear missiles and things like that. We've found a company called Neris Protocol that's going to solve that problem. And I want to play for you this deal trailer here. You're also going to see the format of how these deals are pitched to us. You're going to see the call that we do on Monday and Thursday. You're going to see how the members actually give their opinions on the deals, and you're going to see how we actually decide whether we want to invest. And so check this out. This deal still has allocations, so you can actually still invest in this deal. It's called Naris, and we love the founder.
I'm blown away, honestly.
The founder is pretty impressive.
This guy knows what he's doing.
This is the kind of protocol that it's worth $100 billion.
We're going to be the top blockchain protocol. We're using post-quantum cryptography for everything, generation of keys, for wallets, for data movements. We eliminate single points of failure, prepare for quantum threats. We can apply quantum protection on all data. We enhance trust and compliance and can work at nation state level. We have been in research for about 7 years and created a number of peer-reviewed papers. This is more than proven. And we can do post-quantum RWA assets, post-quantum validations on current chains, and we can apply to any critical environments in the real world.
What do you say to clients who say quantum is never going to happen? It's 20 years out. I got bigger problems now. I don't need you.
Quantum chips are here. They're going to become more and more available. Nation states are spending ridiculous amounts of money on it. This is extremely strategic globally. We are not changing our perspective. We have been advised to do this even 4 or 5 years ago by our NATO advisor generals. So we know we're in the right track. We're just going to carry on.
2 thumbs up if you are a fan of Naris Protocol and everything they're doing. So 2 up from Richard, 2 up from Saskia, 2 up from Arno, Daniel, Patrick, Alessandro. That's 100% up, boys.
It seems like something we should be in. I'm glad we have this opportunity. It's amazing.
I think everything is going to be going quantum, and they got high-level partnerships.
It seems very, very high potential for what's coming in the future in this ecosystem.
This is probably one of the best mature projects we've ever seen. The opportunity seems pretty much infinite. They are the perfect people in the right sector doing the right project. These guys are thinking about the future and beyond.
Boom. Do we like that? It's pretty exciting. You can really see what's going on behind the scenes as well. And look, I want to show you one of the projects that we're about to close now. This thing's almost gone, Martini. It's called Snowball Money. There's a bunch of people piling into it right now. And this one is really a winner. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you the interview with the CEO that just came in this week. This one's hot off the presses. And it's going to show you what it's like when the CEO actually comes in the studio. We've got, I think, about 40K left in this deal to fund. It's going to be closed very soon. And this is Parul.
My whole career has come to this moment. Right now, we're building an intelligence and identity layer for the decentralized internet. Snowball's purpose was to democratize access to information. We came into market trying to be the bridge for the masses as we go through this financial revolution of physical assets turning into digital assets. And now we're on this adventure to solve the identity and reputation problem.
This is the holy grail. This is such a big deal.
We are building an on-chain username that will be self-sovereign. It can be anonymous, and you get one username for the internet. The second thing we're building is on-chain reputation score. We're allowing people to see how valuable they are on-chain, and we're allowing them to do these different actions to be able to make their reputation greater such that they can get more value.
You just rattled off some of your investors, like it's nothing. Co-founder of Twitch, co-founder of YouTube, co-founder of all these major pieces. Why? Why do they say, yeah, I'm in on Parul?
Probably the number one reason is I'm unapologetically, authentically myself. As an entrepreneur, as a man, it's very, very important for you to be as truthful and honest with yourself. And ask yourself, what are your beliefs that may be merited on hope or desire versus actual truth? We are these breath-gasping, heart-throbbing, decaying food for worms, right? We're in this temporary experience. What can we do that actually leaves our mark?
And so what will you leave behind?
Well, I think I'll leave a legacy of allowing people to own their identity on the internet. I want to positively touch the lives of 1 billion or more people by way of the technology that I build, the investments that I do. That's my clear path.
Boom, what do we think? We like Parul, we like his energy, right? He's actually super plugged in. He knows a lot of people in this space. And you could see, co-founder of Twitch, co-founder of YouTube, all investors. And we know he's really going to knock it out of the park. And so those are just 2 of, I think, about 5 deals that we're funding right now. And yeah, these are going. And so, we can show you later on how you can actually get involved in those deals. Folks, a lot of people have been asking us, how do we pick so many winners? And we thought about it long and hard, and we realized it's not luck. It really is something that happens when you've really been at this for a while. And we think success is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. We've been doing this for over 4 years now. It's pretty crazy. We've been through the good times and the bad times, and now the super good times. And, we've gone from where crypto was going to 0 to now where crypto and Bitcoin is going to $1 million, $10 million, $15 million a coin. And we've now built an incredible network. We've built a process. We built a 150 member group that's now investing millions and millions and millions of dollars in this ecosystem. Folks, a lot of you have felt like Drake on top and you've been burned in crypto. Anybody here lost money in crypto before? Kate, maybe somebody else. Look, it's a jungle out there. It's not your fault. It's so easy to lose money. They say 95% of all crypto traders lose money, but there's another way. There's actually an intelligent way where you can systematically create wealth. And that's what we're doing on the inside. And I'll show you exactly how we do it. But like I said, I got 150 members that are doing it. It's actually called our investment club. And if you've ever struggled with money, if you've ever lived paycheck to paycheck, if you've ever tried to get out of that matrix that keeps you in a constant state of stress, and I've been there, trust me. We've created the solution to that, and it's called the investment club. Now, look, it's going to take some courage to join. It's going to take going into the fear. But once you get across that, you will realize, like the 150 members that have joined, that this is the solution. This is actually what's going to create this beautiful life where you can live in flow, where you can travel the world, where you can do whatever you want with your time in pure freedom. If you want to start a business, great. If you want to give your money away, great. My job is to get you to that level, and it's done by creating wealth in this ecosystem, blockchain. The fastest way to do it. This is the greatest, really entity club product we've ever created in 14 years. And right now, my mission is to make every one of my members filthy rich. And of course, if this sounds like of interest to you, the best and the only way to move forward is to talk to Martini. And here's 4 different ways you can actually book a call with her and have a conversation. Tell us a little bit about yourself, find out if this is the right fit. And here's one way where you can actually go ahead and do that. She's putting the links as well in the chat here on Zoom. And so again, I'm putting this up now because I will also mention this at the end, but in case some people left, I want you to know that we do have a solution to your problems. But of course, I would say only book a call with Martini if you're serious about joining, because she's really busy talking to people all over the world that want to join this club now. Folks, we also have something called our Crypto and DeFi Academy. And if you really struggle and you're on ground zero when it comes to knowing anything about crypto, then this is for you, because we will take you from zero to hero in 4 weeks and 4 modules, and we'll walk you through all the basics you need to know when it comes to crypto. And this course is 8 hours of live calls. It's going to give you my triple tiered accountability system. It's going to give you dedicated coaches and team leaders and community managers. It's going to give you a private group for posting assignments. It really is a special group. We've graduated thousands and thousands of people from this course. It really is amazing. And I know this because so many people have told us that. And again, real quick, this is a little bit about the course itself. This is module 1. We go through the history of the blockchain. We really look at the good and bad and the ugly from the last 13 years. Module 2, I get you set up with centralized exchanges. You set up your hot wallet online, your cold wallet, which is your nano ledger, and then you do your first decentralized finance trade. It's fast, it's amazing. Module 3, we get into complex finance concepts, like how do you get yield on your crypto? How do you do other decentralized finance trades? And number 4, we show you how to manage risk and trade your portfolio for maximum gains. It's really an incredible course. We start the next one in 1 week's time, and you're actually pre-approved at a discounted price on this call at londonreal.tv/buy. We'll put that link in the chat as well. I'm telling you, take some action. Don't sleep on this bull market that's right upon us. And this is something I want to give you. It's an 8-step trading checklist. I learned this from 15 years in the trading world on Wall Street, in London, and Tokyo. This is what you can use to really get yourself to the next level. So take a screenshot if you want of that. It's on us. Folks, this is the big news. Trump confirms an imminent Fed decision. Bitcoin and crypto are bracing for a huge price earthquake. We are expecting something any single day now. And of course, we know that the entire Trump administration is pushing for Bitcoin, for stablecoin legislation. He wants this to be a technology that America embraces. And that's pushing Bitcoin to be projected to hit $500,000 by Standard Chartered Bank. That's a 5x from where it is now. We already know the stablecoin bill is supposed to pass in the next week or 2, which will be massive for crypto. I cannot overemphasize how it will be. And of course, our friend Jeremy Allaire, who was on the show a couple of years ago, just celebrated an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange with our good friend Dan Tapiero. This thing was up 4x at the launch. And now that company's worth 25, 30 billion dollars. It really is amazing. And of course, we also know nation states are now amassing Bitcoin as fast as they can. China, Russia, US, Iran. And we know gentlemen like this in the Middle East are now buying it with their sovereign wealth funds. We know Abu Dhabi just put $500 million in. The whole world is buying crypto. And we now there's a new wave or a $15 trillion earthquake that's going straight for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and many, many more. Folks, you probably know I ran for mayor of London last year on a pro freedom of speech, pro crypto platform. I actually wanted all the voting to be on the blockchain. I wanted the budget to be on the blockchain. And I wanted to create something called the London coin and put 100 pounds of crypto in the wallet of every man, woman, and child. I actually wanted to give people a financial education that our schools don't give us. Our schools teach us to be poor. Isn't that right, Kate? I think you guys are with me on that, right? They really do. And this was my chance to give them a financial education. Now, the powers that be maybe weren't ready for that. So I'm just going to make all of you rich instead. Folks, this is my studio in Dubai for the past 6 months. And I go there because this is the center of crypto. And this is where I find the deals that will hopefully make you millions and tens of millions of dollars. This is my good friend, Dr. Marwan Al-Zaruni, who runs the Dubai Blockchain Center, completely plugged into crypto. This is Uni Wong. She's a crypto influencer, really important to know people like that. This is Carl Moon. He was actually working as a grocery store clerk in 2018 in Sweden. True story. There's pictures of him there. And he basically manifested what is probably now $1 billion portfolio in crypto. So when you tell me that you're not ready or you don't have time or you're not smart enough, here's a guy that was basically ringing through, your drinks and snacks, who's now a billionaire. And this is another guy named Chris MM Crypto. He was driving a taxi in Germany in 2017. He went all in on crypto. And now he as well has a massive, massive crypto position. Both these guys have become good friends, and they show that anything is possible, and your excuses are your own. All you have to do is maybe get angry enough to say, to hell with this, I'm going to change. And if you're willing to change, crypto's the way. Folks, right now we're investing over $5 million into 15 different blockchain and AI deals this quarter. We're super busy. We're plugged into the hottest deals on the planet. And it's all done through this, London Real Ventures. It's the world's first media-powered investment firm. This is something we created 4 years ago. And we take our media company that's been around for 14 years with 1 billion views, and we combine it with a venture capital company with $25 million in assets, and we get something absolutely incredible. And it's created our portfolio. What you see here is really the best of the best, the creme de la creme of Web3 blockchain investments. You see artificial intelligence on the blockchain here. You see games. You see decentralized finance. You see infrastructure projects. Each one of these companies could become a $2 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion protocol. And we've got quite a few of them right now. In fact, we've just crossed the $21 million mark, and we've invested in over 100 of these deals. It's pretty impressive. We are bigger now than most blockchain funds on the planet, just by doing what we're doing with our media. And one of the reasons we win is because we invest with big names like these. And you probably heard of things like Coinbase Ventures, Andreessen Horowitz, ARK Invest, Galaxy Digital, Warner Brothers Music. When you invest with the big money, you win a lot of the time. And of course, the industry just recognized us as the best venture capital KOL of the year. Got this award in Singapore. KOL stands for Key Opinion Leader. And I actually just got a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Global Family Office Summit. They really recognized our media and our investing. And so I guess we're doing something right. And of course, when I was in Dubai a few weeks ago, I thought I would take the London brand a little further, the London Real brand further, and jump into the ring at age 53 and try to teach this young man some manners after he pushed me at the weigh-ins. I mean, Martini, there was no need for that. And we went 3 rounds. It was pretty amazing. And now we're working on the rematch in Singapore. And so, look, we just try to be out there, and we try to do things that give us a high profile. This event's called Crypto Fight Night. And we've actually seen deals on the back of this. So maybe there's a method to the madness. Folks, we think the greatest way to predict the future is just to go out there and create it. That's what we want you to do. That's what our members do. We just make things happen. That's our ethos. And if you want to be around people that make things happen, that don't complain, they don't stick their head in the sands, they really create a future. That's what we're doing here. And of course, you've probably seen our mission statement. It's really something that we pride ourselves in. We're trying to create a mass scale transformation of humanity into a fully empowered, conscious, and cooperative species. We really believe in this value system, and it's something that we think is really, really important. And it's one of the reasons that we attract so many amazing people. And of course, the other reason is, for me, I've got more than just a business to look out for. For me, it's also personal. These are my two sons, Caden and Damon, basically 8 and 9 years old, and they own crypto. And they also ask me a lot of questions about what the future looks like. And they ask me about AI, and they ask me about all these questions. And the truth is, folks, is that I'm thinking about them every single day. And my job is to provide for them and to protect them. And so for me, this isn't just business. For me, I really think, like, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, am I going to have the assets so I can provide? Is the world going to be a place that I want them to grow up in? And if it's not, I better change that world to make sure that it is. And so I want AI on the blockchain. I don't trust the Silicon Valley tech giants. I don't trust our governments printing more money. I don't trust our banks that might actually seize our funds at any point in time. And so what I have to do, Kate and Paul and Darren and Leroy and Barbara, is I have to take risk every day. Sometimes, like, much more than I thought I'd have to take. Because if you think playing it safe is going to allow you to retire or even provide for your family, you're kidding yourself. You're going to have to take risk. You're going to have to break out of this matrix of a financial system if you want to get to the next level. And we can show you how. Folks, this is Michael Saylor. I was actually just watching an interview with him and Jordan Peterson. Both of these men have been guests on London Real. And it was fascinating to see Jordan Peterson get in the brain of Michael Saylor. And he explained to Jordan what Bitcoin was all about. And of course, Jordan comes from a psychology background and a religious background. But it was really fascinating to see there's a lot of parallels with what Michael is doing and also what Jordan is doing. Michael believes Bitcoin is the future. And he's now amassing 40, 60, 80 billion dollars of Bitcoin. He thinks each one of these Bitcoin is going to $13 million. And he thinks that AI and ETFs are going to power a decade-long gold rush for Bitcoin. And so what I want to do is share with you something special, which is Michael, when he was here on London Real. And I always tell people, if you want to learn about this space, go listen to Michael for 10 or 20 or 30 hours. And I know you don't have that much time right now, so I'm going to give you 2 minutes. But if you really focus and really pay attention to what he says, I guarantee he's going to blow your mind and hopefully get you to stop sitting on the sidelines, pull the trigger, and jump in to the crypto markets. This is Michael.
We went from investing 250 million in Bitcoin to 425 million in Bitcoin to eventually $1 billion in Bitcoin to $2 billion in Bitcoin to just slightly less than $4 billion.
You said there are decades when nothing happens and there are weeks when Bitcoin happens.
So every decade, there's some profound paradigm shift. It's such an out of the blue idea that no one can conceive of why you would even want it. What you've got is a lot of people questioning all their premises, and rising through that chaos is a new idea. What if I can encrypt energy? What if I can encrypt money such that nobody on earth, no government can debase it, no corporation can steal it? I don't trust anybody. I'm going to create a shared immutable ledger, incorruptible, immortal, transcendental ledger. If I can transfer $1 million of value from me to you without an intermediary, that means I have transcended the political realm.
You said, Brian, I like Bitcoin because it has low aspirations.
The idea of Bitcoin was, how do I create a protocol that's fair and equitable that I give as a gift to the world that no one can control? If you're going to do it and you understand thermodynamics, and if you have any sense of genetics or biology or physics, you realize you need to be very humble in your aspirations. How do we give the gift of property rights, freedom and sovereignty and empowerment to everybody on the planet? The best idea 30 years ago was YouTube or Google Maps, Twitter or Facebook or email. I think the best idea for the next 30 years is digital energy. Everybody can own their stuff and nobody can take it away from them.
All right. We like Michael. We feeling him? What do you think, Barbara? Pretty epic, right? Connie, I know you like him. Kate, I think the Kates like him as well. Yeah, look, he's a legend. He just keeps buying and buying and buying. It's just a beautiful thing. And one day we're going to build a statue for him, I think, is the plan. Look, my takeaways from Michael are simple. Crypto is encrypted energy. It's literally like carrying around energy in your pocket. It's that powerful. No government can debase it. No corporation can steal it because crypto actually transcends money. It's the soundest money we've ever experienced, and that's such a beautiful thing. Folks, if it wasn't obvious, I believe 2025 is the year of crypto, and you're about to miss the whole damn thing. And I just implore you, I beg you to pull the trigger and get in this market. Buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum. But if you really want to make the big money, you've got to invest in one of these pre-sale tokens. You have to do it. This is the holy grail. And in a few months' time, it's going to come and go, and you're going to miss it. And you're going to have to wait 5 or 10 more years for this ever to happen again. And I don't think it ever will, quite frankly, because the market is maturing so fast. All the banks and institutions are flooding in, and they're going to push out average investors like you and me. So where and how do we invest? Well, first, you got to find the hottest trend, and I will share with you our investment thesis shortly. But there's something you got to find that you cannot find on your own. I know this to be a fact, and that is deal flow. To get the very best deals, the ones that I've showed you that do 20x and 22x and 14x, you can't find those, on Twitter. You can't find those just on some website. You can't find those on the floor of a conference. What you're going to find in those places are deals that are going to lose you all your money. Now, I'm not saying everybody out there is a bad actor, but there's so much incompetence. There's so much incomprehension in this space. They're going to walk away with all your money. You're probably going to throw more money at them. And before you know it, you've leveraged your house, you spent your college kids' savings, and it's over. And I don't want that to happen to you. And so I have the solution to all that. I find the best deals on the planet. We invest in them. My team invests in them. And the track record, it's incredible. And I do this by making relationships. I do this the old-fashioned way. And this is me in Dubai a few years ago, starting to build those relationships with big crypto influencers, members of government, and obviously big influencers. This is me on a trip to Paris, sitting down at a private dinner with some of the biggest VCs on the planet and some of the hottest projects. I do media, I shoot documentary films, I meet with venture capitalists and more influencers and key opinion leaders. From there, of course, I bounced back to London, sat down with Yatsu of Animoca Brands, visited the Token 2049 conference, but then it was time to go to North America. And this is the Consensus Conference in Austin. I got to see some celebrities, more people in the ecosystem. In the bottom right-hand corner, we had a dinner with 14 members of my investment club. Can everybody see those people down there? You see them, Kate and Barbara, right? And Connie, you see them having a good old time. Why are they having so much fun, Kate? They look like a bunch of crazy people, right, Martini? Well, one of the reasons is they're making so much money, right? That doesn't hurt. They're also changing the world. They're making lifelong friends because we're going to be together for the next 10, 20 years. It's just fun to be in this space and to win in this space. Of course, from there, I went to Singapore. This is a big part of the ecosystem in Asia. You have to be there. And there you can see Kate and Barbara that I'm changing the color of my suit every single day. It's not one suit that I change the color of. It's actually different suits. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But this gets us a lot of attention, and I believe it gets us a lot of deal flow on the back of it. And so that's part of the method to my madness. Of course, from there, I was off to Toronto at the Consensus Conference, and you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, another gathering of even more of our members of the investment club. Getting a little crazy down there, but it's amazing to have these people here and really to spend time with just these incredible people that are building the future with us. And of course, I always make it back to Dubai. I'm on stage. I'm interviewing some of the big opinion leaders. Folks, this is what it's all about. This is how we find you the deals that'll change your life forever. Folks, if you want to win in this space, you have to invest with the best. What does that mean? You have to look at a lot of deals. And this is a snapshot of the number of deals we'll look at every single week. And we'll choose 4 to show you on a Monday or a Thursday. By the way, if you want to come to one of our live calls, 7 p.m. London time, Monday and Thursday, send Martini a message right now and say, hey, can I come? It's free. And you can watch the deals being pitched. You can see the members. You can see how we vote on things. It's really an amazing way to get educated. But there's more, folks. You've got to understand the financial tools. And this is where most of you will fail. You'll go out there and buy some coin on an exchange, and you'll wait for it to go up 20x. Barbara, that's not going to happen. because someone like me has already taken 20x out of that coin before it even went on an exchange. You've got to understand how to do this. But first, you have to understand why you're doing what you're doing. And we believe that early stage Web3, metaverse, and artificial intelligence investments represent what I believe is the hottest opportunity on the planet. Why? Well, number one, you buy at these super, super low valuations. I'll give you an example next. Number two, you see the biggest gains possible, 20x, 30x, 50x. Number three, you invest in what I'm calling the biggest dislocation of wealth in human history, and it is. Yes, it's high risk, but the reward is even higher. And the best example of doing that is with pre-sale tokens. This is how we are systematically making money for our members for the past months and the past years. And we're just getting warmed up, folks. The next couple months are going to be ridiculous with what we're doing. And of course, here's an example. How many people here have heard of Solana, by the way? Kate, have you heard of that? Barbara, have you heard of that? Connie, you know what that is. Okay, so you're pretty savvy. Solana right now trades at about 160, 170 bucks. Did you know you could have bought this sucker for 4 pennies each? Nobody knows this because no one talks about this, right? Here's the info. Can everyone see the red circle here? April 5th, 2018. Can everyone see the blue circle? 4 pennies each. This is all on the blockchain. It's public information. You just can't find it unless you know what to look for. This actually happened. And a bunch of people made out like bandits, but you didn't. And this is what you could have had. $1,000 invested at those 4 pennies would be worth 5 million bucks today. Who here could use an extra 5 million right about now? Connie, Kate, Barbara's like, no, Brian, more money, more problems, right? Barbara, it's the root of all evil, money, right? Should I keep the 5 for you? We can split it. The truth is that's, for me, money is freedom. Now, Barbara, I don't know how you get down, but I don't like to spend money on silly things. I don't own a sports car. I don't own beachfront property, and I don't fly private. For me, money is freedom. It means no one tells me what to do. Okay. I get to make my own decisions. I can start my own business. I can give that money away. I can put my kids through college if I want. I believe money equals freedom. Who here wants more freedom in their life? Anybody here? I think we all do, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to give this gift of freedom to you, Barbara, to you, Kate, to you, Connie. And then I want to see what you do with your life. I think you're going to go create something beautiful. I was given this gift 14 years ago by the banking industry with my bonuses. And I said, see you later. And I started London Real, which I think has been a net positive to the world, right? One of the few positive things I've done, that and my kids. The rest, I'm not so sure about. And so I was given this gift, and I want to give this gift to you. I want to give you the money that's going to allow you to be free and create something beautiful and give it back to the world. Now, did anybody here buy Solana for 4 pennies each? Probably not, right? Why didn't you? It's because you didn't know someone like me. You didn't get a text message from Brian Rose that morning saying, hey, Barbara, I got this hot deal. Do you want to put some money on this thing called Solana? Hey, Kate, do you want to do this? Right? And so you missed it. Wouldn't you love to have got a text message from me that morning? Who would have loved to get a text message from me the morning saying, hey, do you want Solana for 4 pennies each, right? Folks, this isn't theoretical. This is my Telegram group right here. This is what we use. This is what all the crypto people use. It's like WhatsApp for crypto. And here I posted this morning and pinned on the top our latest deal. It's actually Naris protocol. You click that, within 30 seconds, you can invest in that deal and you're done. It's that easy. And I post one of these every single day. I give you opportunities. By the way, Barbara, I don't invest your money for you. That's an insult. I give you choices. And you can say, Brian, I'm going to pass the quantum computing. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I'm going to skip it. Okay. But I like the snowball deal because I like Perul and I think he's on to something. I'll take that one. You can do whatever you want. You can put in as little as $5,000. You can put in as much as $50,000. We got a couple whales in our group that write $50,000 checks. My job is to get you the information and then let you run with it. And of course, this always reminds me of one of my favorite films called Wall Street, where the lead character, Gordon Gekko, said the most valuable commodity I know of is information. And I want everyone to think about this because it's not a coin. It's nothing. Ooh, Barbara sending me a message. Okay, Barbara, you sent Martini a message. Fantastic, Barbara. All right, thanks so much, Barbara. We appreciate that. I'm glad you connected with Martini. Hope you guys have an amazing chat. And great to see you, Barbara. Thanks for your energy. And so Gordon said the most valuable commodity I know of is information. You know, he didn't say it was a stock or a bond. He knew that the right info at the right time, the right text from Brian Rose on the right morning, that could make you a lot of money. And that's what I do, folks. I deal in information. Folks, if you want to create generational wealth this cycle, you got to pull the trigger. And yet most of you have gotten very accustomed to watching opportunities go by. How many things, when you look back on your life, do you wish you had done? Raise your hand if you'd wish you'd made a couple different decisions, maybe pulled the trigger on something. Maybe you could have made some money by doing that. But we get caught up in fear, Connie. Thanks for your honesty. Me too. We get caught up in fear. We don't think we're good enough. We don't think we deserve it, Connie. Sometimes, Connie, we're afraid of success. Isn't that crazy? We're afraid to be worth, we're afraid to make $10 million. Isn't that crazy? But some of us are. And so we watch these things go by. We watch these things go by. And if you don't think that's true, I just want to share with you a little bit of an analogy here. And this is something I like to play just to show people that this is what we all do. And it's a video that one of my mentors used to play when he was trying to show us how most of us weren't taking action. We were sitting around and researching things, and we were watching another video. Maybe that's like a lot of you are here, reading another article when we should have been out there pulling the trigger and taking action. And who knows, Connie, maybe this is you with your life, watching all these opportunities go by, right? Why didn't you take that one, Connie? What about that one? No, I'm tired. What about that one? No, I'm busy. No, I don't have enough money. Oh, no, I got things with my personal life. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Each one of these would have been a beautiful meal. And then someone else comes along and goes, I'll take that one. And you're asking yourself, why didn't I just do that? This is the same species, right? That could be you. It's just whether you pull the damn trigger. And all you have to do is take action. It's right in front of you. These opportunities are right there. If you look at the members of my investment club, they're not different than you. They just decided to jump and grab it. That's it. They just grabbed it. And you're going to sit there and watch another 100 of these go by. And at some point, you're going to get old enough and they're going to turn the lights out. And you're going to wonder, what the hell did I do this life? It's all about taking action. And when you do that, you get to own companies like this. You can make millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars by investing in these game-changing companies. And it's all because of London Real Ventures. Folks, this is something that we built that you can take advantage of that gets you access to just incredible, incredible deal flow. And it's all because of this quadruple threat. This is why the CEOs give us access to the deals. Number one is production. They love to come in here like Parul did, sit down for 2 hours and have a conversation with me. We create that beautiful video asset I just played for you, and we distribute it to people all over the world and get them more customers. Number three, we connect them with the big players in the industry. Number four, we write them a $200,000 check. There's not a single person that can say no to this. That's what we love about it. And that's how we can get you the deals that change your life forever. Folks, there's one last piece on how you really learn how to invest. And that is you got to surround yourself with the best. Now, I would argue most of the people right here on this call could be surrounding yourself with better people than you are right now. How many people agree with this statement? You're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Kate, you feeling me? Martini knows. I know this too. It took me a while to get this through my thick head, and I do have a thick head, right? But I did finally realize it's not what you know, it's who you know. And one of my mentors used to constantly give me a hard time and say, Brian, who are you hanging out with? You're hanging out with losers, and that's why you're getting loser results. He said, get rid of the toxic family members. Get rid of those friends from high school that are still doing the same nonsense and start surrounding yourself with high performance people, with billionaires, with movers and shakers. That's how you get to the next level. And when I looked at my life, I realized that the only reason I am where I am today is because I finally started putting myself around high performance people. And again, there's some different snapshots here of different versions of Brian. There's one in San Diego. There's one graduating from MIT. There's one on Wall Street. And there's one now that I'm an accomplished Wall Street trader making millions of dollars. Each one of these transitions, folks, was made because I got uncomfortable and I surrounded myself, Kate, with people that were better than me, right? That's the only way I could make these transitions. And each time I had to leave friends behind, I had to say goodbye to people, but it's the only way I was able to accelerate so quickly in my life. Does this make sense to everybody here, right? Now, let's be honest. Does anybody have someone in your life, like a toxic family member or a friend that's just not going where you want to go? Does anybody have someone like that? Nobody? You're all pure, huh? Right? The problem is that when we hang out with these people, they just slowly chip away at our dreams. You know, And Kate, now what if you told one of these people in your peer group that you're going to make 10 million bucks investing in crypto with Brian Rose of London Real? I bet most of your peer groups would laugh at you. They'd say, come on, that's unrealistic. Take it easy. Let's have a drink. Let's relax. Let's watch some Netflix. Life's too short to worry about this stuff. And you're thinking, wait a second, I want to do something here. I want my freedom back. I want to provide for my family. I'm sick and tired of them stealing all my money and printing more. There's got to be more to life than living paycheck to paycheck. If you want to be around people that'll take you to the next level, then you've got to change that peer group. And that's why I created the investment club. So you can hang out with someone like Marianne Bartels. Marianne is next level. She's a 35-year Wall Street veteran. She's made her clients tens of billions of dollars. Now, Kate, when you tell Marianne you want to make 10 million bucks in crypto this year, she'll look at you and say, Kate, 10 million bucks, is that all? Why are you playing so small? She's going to push you to make 100 million bucks. Who here wants someone like that in their life that pushes you to be the best, right? I think we all do. That's the thing I think a lot of you are missing, and that's what we can provide with our investment club. This is Tigran. He's one of America's top 100 criminal defense attorneys. He's one of the most sought-after litigators in the world, another founding member of our club. You can spend time with these people every single week. Tigran's out there thinking about the next billion-dollar idea, Kate. He's not watching ball games and talking about the neighbors and doing all this other nonsense. If you want to become the best, surround yourself with the best. This is Andrew Haynes. He's one of our technical experts on the inside. Here he is, graduating from one of the top executive training schools in Switzerland. He can help you out with anything technical, from gaming to digital land, you name it. This is your new peer group. And of course, this is Dr. Encore, one of our founding members. He actually started he was in medicine 4 years ago, took our crypto and DeFi academy, graduated. And like I said, was a founding member of the investment club. We hired him a year ago to strictly source deals for us, and he's one of the best in the business. Kate, I got 146 other people, high level, that you can hang out with every day that believe in your dreams and actually expect you to make millions of dollars over the next 18 months. Your current group, they probably would think it's shocking if you ever did that. And those are the people that just drag us down. And of course, this is our family. These are some snapshots I took behind the scenes with members of our investment club. What you see here is a bunch of really positive people that love each other and support each other to make money and change the world. This is a private event we did in London recently. And again, amazing group of people. I believe your net worth is your net worth. Does anyone agree with that? Well, are you building your network? Are you investing in it? So what do you think? The money's going to drop in your lap? No one's going to give this to you, Kate. Connie, no one's going to hand this to you. You're not going to get it through saving your money, right? That's one of the biggest scams they taught you, right? Save your money so your government can print more of it and it's worthless when you're 70 and you're thinking about retiring. It's just not going to happen. You've got to get in the right room. I believe you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's what we do on the inside. We're going to teach you how to fish. We're going to show you how to invest. Come to one of our calls on a Monday or Thursday. You'll watch us in action. It's amazing how smart my members are nowadays. And that's why we created the investment club, because 4 years ago, we did our first pre-sale token. It was a company called Cross the Ages, one of the hottest gaming companies in blockchain. And it scared me. It really freaked me out, Kate. It freaked me out because I wasn't ready for this. It was like a bunch of cowboys out there. I met some random guy on a call on Zoom, said, I need you to send $100,000 to this address in like 1 hour. I was like, what are you, crazy? Here I was, Mr. Big Shot Banker, Mr. MIT graduate, and this really scared me. And I thought to myself, man, if this scares me, none of you have any chance. You're all going to get taken to the cleaners. And yet this is the one thing that could change your life forever. And I thought, really, we have to teach this. It's the only thing that we're going to do. And that's how we're going to actually change the world. And here are the details, folks. It's an application-only program. We open up 10 spaces a quarter, and they're always gone. We are massively oversubscribed. It's 6 modules, 3 months of coursework. It's a 12-month program, but guess what? It's turned into a lifetime opportunity. We do weekly Zoom calls with top CEOs. We do actually 4 a week now. Private Telegram group. You get access to all the deal flow. And if you don't know crypto, if you never bought a Bitcoin, you get a full year of my Kings of DeFi program for free. We'll bring you up to speed. Next live call is Thursday, actually at 7 p.m. Come join us. You'll see what we do. You'll love it. We teach this remote. You can be in any country in the world. And this is the syllabus. I already sent you module 1. What is a crypto pre-sale token? Module 2 is what is a SAFT? Does anybody know what a SAFT is here? Raise your hand. Not a single person. Kate's like, no, Brian. Kate, how do you expect to create wealth if you don't know the instruments of the wealthy? And I got to put this one on you because you can find this stuff out. You can do your own research. You can learn these things. A SAFT is a simple agreement for future tokens. If you don't know what this is, you have no chance. No chance. But if you do know what it is, you can create generational wealth in one crypto cycle. It's about time you take responsibility for your own financial education. And that's what we're offering here. I'm going to show you how this works. Module 3 is how to identify early winners. I'm going to show you how to conduct due diligence. How do we look at these companies? How do we evaluate them? We use the 5T system, which is team, traction, technology, tokenomics, terms and conditions. I'm going to show you how to do that. Module 4 is how to generate new deal flow. I'm going to show you what conference to go to, what to wear, what ticket to buy, and how you can use QR codes on your phone to scan these deals and get them back to the investment club in minutes. Module 5 is how do we nurture these deals into multi-billion-dollar protocols, and module 6, what do we do with all the cash? You're going to make so much cash. What do you do with it? I recommend you spend some, get it out of your system, save some, and put the rest back into these deals. Create the generational wealth for your grandkids. This is our Telegram group. This is our Discord group. And here are the details, folks. We are oversubscribed. Martini's busy 24/7 talking to people all over the world, Middle East, Europe, Asia, Australia, South America, all over the Americas, Canada, US, UK. They want to join this program now, right? They know what's up. I kept it a secret for a couple of years. Now the word is out. They see our videos. They see the success. We are known now as a venture capital company. The investment in the mentorship, in the community, in the learning, in the deal flow, and the opportunity to create millions and tens of millions of dollars is $50,000. And that gets you the hottest deals in the world. Now, look, I understand $50,000 is a significant amount of money. Of course it is. I used to make $6 an hour. I get it. But that can get you unlimited financial returns. What if that made you 50 million? The best investment you ever made. And again, it's your chance to take part in the greatest wealth creation event in human history happening right now. You can see it. Our special investment opportunities, those 2 deals I showed you, Snowball and Naris Protocol, they're ending now. If you don't pull the trigger, you're going to miss those deals. 2 of the best this year. And this is the deal you missed last quarter. By the way, this is a SAFT agreement. By the way, it's just a legal document. Don't let it intimidate you. And this deal was up 466% in one day. Why do I show you this, Kate? Because if you had stopped the procrastination, you'd stop the research. By the way, my mentor says that research is procrastination in disguise. Does anybody agree with that? Anybody know what I'm talking about, right? You go research something to death, and then the opportunity passes you by, and then you can relax because you don't have to make a decision. Sound like anybody here, Connie, Kate? We do it. And some of you are sabotaging yourself. Some of you have a fear of failure. Some of you have a fear of success. But my point here is saying that if you put 10K into this deal, you would have paid for the club for the rest of your life. Imagine hanging out with me and Marianne Bartels and Tigran and Andrew and Dr. Encore for the next 10 years. Imagine that. You get wealthier just by osmosis. And yet you came up with another excuse not to do it. You're like the lion watching another one go by. How many more wildebeests have to go by, Connie, until you pounce on one? Because my members are jumping on them every single day. And you're sitting there watching. I'm tired. Oh, not that one. I don't know. Maybe it's a chance. And we're having lunch every day. And you've seen our deals, folks. This is Shrapnel, 20x in 20 days, $5 million profit. This is Skillful AI, 20x at launch. This is the Mochaverse up 20x. Story Protocol up 22x. Cats up 14x. $1 billion fund up 4x. And this is the pledge to my club. I'm going to create 10 billion bucks for my club in the next 10 years. I'll probably do it in 5 years. I'm going to make these people so filthy rich. And guess what? I'm going to show you every single one of them. I'm sorry, Kate. I'm really not a cruel person, but I'm going to show you guys over the next couple weeks and months. I'm going to show you all the money they're making because I wanted to remind you that you could have been one of them. I'm going to do it. Sorry, Martini. Sorry, not sorry. All right. And so you can be on the inside and make this money, or you can be on the outside and watch us. Your choice. Folks, we got amazing members. Each one has a story. You can go actually watch a video from every one of these members telling you about how the investment club changed their life forever. Go to londonreal.tv/club and scroll down. Every single one of these people, right? This is Carol, says every member is both a learner and an investor. This is Joe, says the window of opportunity is closing quickly. And you know he's right. You're about to miss this whole thing. This is Jerry. He's just honored to be part of the club, loves the family. This is Dr. Yvette. She's a single mom with 4-year-old twins. You think she's busy, Kate? Yeah, she's super busy. Okay. But guess what? She showed up in Toronto 4 weeks ago and hit the floor hard 2 or 3 days in a row. In fact, one of our other members, Mary from the investment club, looked after her kids while Yvette came to the conference. True story, Martini, right? That's the way we work because everybody's a family. But don't tell me you're too busy. You got an excuse because she's busy and yet she's done 13 deals and you're still sitting there like the lion, watching them go by, watching them go by. This is Jens. How can you afford not to do this? Just think about that. How can you afford not to do this? You're going to look back months from now and just kick yourself. This is Petya. She couldn't afford the club. She couldn't afford it. And guess what she did? She joined anyways. And then she forced herself to go out and find the money. Not only did she find the 50K, she's now invested in 63 deals. So she found all of that money, 5K minimum, and Petya doesn't do the minimum. How did she do that? She put herself in a difficult situation and forced herself to perform. That's the lion grabbing the animal. Meanwhile, you're watching them go by, and Petya is in there grabbing that animal, not just one, 63 of them, right? And yeah, it's just amazing. She has the right mentality. This is Alexander. He says, imagine seeing a top tech deal every single week. We'll show you 4 a week. And this is Chris. He said, the deal flow is beyond what I expected. Joining was the best decision I ever made. Cool thing about Chris is he does this course with his 14-year-old son. Isn't that cool? Anyone think that's cool? Father and son. His son invests in the deals with real money, puts $1,000 on the table. Dad puts 4,000 and they go ahead and invest in a deal. They split it. I think that's so cool. We have husbands and wives, fathers and daughters, fathers and sons. We think this is a family affair. And this is what Chris said about the club.
What the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals, a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals. And that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best and hope you come join us.
We like Chris, feeling those vibes, right? We love Chris. Chris is amazing. Every member is amazing. We got good vibes for days. You literally will meet some of the best friends of your life here. I know that sounds strange, but it's really true. I was telling Martina the other day, if I had had this option in my 20s or 30s, before I started London Real, I would have bought 2 of these in a heartbeat. I love the community. I would have loved the leadership. I would have loved the flow. And I would have probably invested millions of dollars into these deals. I really would have done that. But I started the show instead, but I would have. Folks, it only takes one. One of these deals will change your life forever. Why are you sitting on the sidelines watching those animals go by like the lion? One of these deals will change your life forever. Why don't you have at least one in your portfolio? You're worth it. Your family's worth it. Provide for them. Protect them. Final thoughts. Don't let this year pass you by. Folks, I'm not kidding. This is it. This is it. This is your last chance. You can learn early stage investing now. What I teach you, you can use the rest of your life. As I said before, if you go buy some token off an exchange right now, you have no chance of making big money. Somebody like me has already taken 20x out of that sucker. You got to go early stage. And of course, this is an incredible opportunity to learn from active elite investors like us for only $50,000. I know someone like Dan Tapiero. If you ask Dan to get in on his deal flow and get him to teach you for the next 10 years for a lousy 50K, he would laugh, right? I don't think he gets out of bed for 50K. right? Less than 50K. He would say he wouldn't even do it for 500,000. No chance. These people are busy and they wouldn't do it. And that's why this is an incredible opportunity. And yes, it is a significant amount of money. Yes, you should be thinking about it seriously before you join. If you're not paying attention. But ultimately, do you want to live that life in the matrix where you're saving your money that's going to be worthless? Do you want to be the lion watching them go by? Or do you want to pull the trigger and join a bunch of winners? That's what we're doing. And of course, now, thanks to Martini, we have a payment plan, 10K a month for 6 months and you're in. So if you have limited capital now, put 10K down, put 5K on Naris, put 5K on Snowball, you get tokens in a month and you're rocking and rolling, folks. And it gets you the best deal flow in the world. Remember what Warren Buffett said. Best investment you can make is in yourself. That means getting in the right room with the right people that'll change your life. I'm telling you, give your family and friends right now a break because clearly they're not making you wealthy, right? As one of my mentors used to say, how's your program working out for you? It's clearly not, or you wouldn't be here listening to me. So try something new. Try surrounding yourself with a new group of people. Try getting some mentorship and education. Try learning this. Give it a try. It's the best chance you have to create the wealth that I think you deserve. Folks, if this is of interest, have a conversation with Martini, all right? Book a call with her and talk, and maybe we can figure out if this is the right match for you. But please, I must warn you, only do that if you're serious about joining. She's very busy, and she doesn't like to waste time. So only book this call if you really want to join now. And of course, if you want, you can spend the next 4 weeks with me inside the Crypto and DeFi Academy. It's 4 weeks, 4 modules, take you from zero to hero in all things crypto. 8 hours of live calls, I teach it personally. Triple tiered accountability system, you do the work. Dedicated coaches, team leaders, myself, Martini are there. Private group for posting assignments. It's an amazing way to start. And the price is really, really reasonable. And you're pre-approved at londonreal.tv/buy. Grab it now. We start, I think, on Monday. And here's my 8-step trading checklist. You can take a screenshot. My gift to you. I was in the trading and banking business for 15 years. I learned quite a few things, and it all applies to crypto. Folks, what is your why? I mean, look at these guys, Martini. I mean, I can't believe they came from my blood sometimes. Getting a little crazier every day. And I think about them all the time, folks. And when I'm here at work, I'm thinking, what risk do I have to take today in order to provide tomorrow? Like, what do I have to do that scares me? Otherwise, I'm not going to have anything tomorrow for them. And if you're not walking to your day every day thinking, what risk am I going to take today? What am I going to do that's going to scare me? Then I bet 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to have nothing. Does anybody here have people in your life right now that you have to take care of? Maybe your parents aren't getting any younger. Maybe you got family. Maybe you got community. Maybe you have friends. They're expecting you to make difficult decisions so you provide for them and protect them from all the bad stuff happening out there. If you take that seriously, then take this seriously and pull the trigger and join. Folks, here's that video I promised you. Go to londonreal.tv/bonus and you'll find a call and you can see what we do on the inside. It's pretty incredible. And just check that out. That's our gift to you. And of course, join us on a Monday or a Thursday. And that will actually show you at 7 p.m. London time how we actually do. It's like Shark Tank, but it's actually more fun. And go to londonreal.tv/club call or send Martini a message and she'll show you how it works. Folks, I'd love to answer some questions. Great to see everybody here. I see we got Richard here from our investment club. Great to see you, Richard, and a few other people here coming in at the end. And look, I just want to say that I really appreciate everybody being here, and I appreciate your vibes and energy. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Bitcoin's about to cross 110,000. Okay, Ethereum is up big on the day, 7% on the day when Bitcoin's basically flat. Folks, it's happening right now. Okay, altcoin season is happening as we speak. Okay, it's all kicking off, and our investments are about to go parabolic. They're going into the banana zone. And that's when we're going to be cashing in on everything we've been doing here for the past few years. Folks, there's still time to get in on this. Do not sleep on this. It's really, really, really important. Okay, if you have questions for me, send me a DM. If you think this is the right fit, book a call with Martini. I'm telling you, you will not get another chance at doing this. And I can see we actually have Martini here. She's not on a call right now, which is rare. Martini, Would love to get your thoughts.
Yes, well, a great call today, Brian, and it was definitely good to see everybody on the call today. And of course, we always love your interaction as well as your questions and all that other good stuff. So hopefully everybody was able to take away a few of the gems that Brian dropped today. But really just taking a look at, guys, is that we have options. You know, I know that a lot of people tend to live year after year with the idea of Groundhog's Day, where every year seems to be the same, and you can't seem to get out of the rat race, right? Well, within our investment club on the inside, we've got well over 150 people from all over the world who are really changing the trajectory and really taking advantage of the opportunity to be able to invest in these early stage companies. Now, this is not like investing on the stock market when things are already on the market and you're getting things late. We are actually having the opportunity to be early and to invest in these deals, kind of like Black Friday shopping in my idea, right? So we are getting these deals on sale that are really supporting us in creating the generational wealth that each and all of us deserve. So if you guys are still in the rat race and living year after year the same way, and you're doing everything that you know to do, we are offering you an option, a different option to be able to do it different. All right. So if you are wanting to go ahead and invest alongside us, I put some links inside of the chat below. The very first link is for you to go ahead and take a look at the investment club page. And that's going to give you a rundown detail of what the investment club is all about, what we stand for, where we see ourselves going together as a community for the next 10 years, and also taking a look at the caliber of companies that we have invested in over the last couple of years. The next step is once you've done your research, you've taken a look at the page, you've gone through some of the emails that Brian has sent in educating on what early stage investments are. And if you are really wanting to consider joining us, the next step is to go ahead and schedule a call with me. But as Brian says, I only want to talk to people who are serious, and serious means you are ready to pull the trigger and join us and start investing alongside us now. So the next step, if you do not see a time that is available on my calendar, please be sure to send me a private message on Facebook Messenger, or you can send me an email at martini@londonreal.tv and let me know who you are, where you're from, and the best time to get a hold of you within your time zone, and we'll definitely make it work. All right. And just as a side note, I know that sometimes talking about big level of investments, and I know that Brian has talked about some of the members that were here that are very high level, but I want everybody to know it's not as intimidating as you may think. We have people from all over the world, different income levels, different education levels, different knowledge base, different perspective, and just different walks of life. So please don't let that intimidate you. Richard here on the line can let you know I don't bite. You know, when I get on these calls, I don't bite, but it's really just about how can we support you in getting the wealth that you know that you deserve. So please be sure to go ahead and schedule a call with me, but only if you're serious. And then the last thing here, for our investment club calls. I know that Brian does a great job of explaining who we are and what we do on the lines here on these master classes, but we want you to experience us in real time. So the very last link is for you to go ahead and check out one of our investment club calls that we have on Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. London time, where you'll get to actually see these companies and these CEOs pitching their company over to us live. You'll see Brian doing the Shark Tank style questions, which is really fun seeing him in real time. And then you'll get to see how our amazing community, we got well over 150 members from all over the world, giving their insights and really coming together as a community to invest in these early stage deals. So it's always a reminder, and I'm always in awe in realizing that we don't have to do it alone. Okay, so you are not alone anymore if you are wanting to join us along the side, and we are here to walk shoulder to shoulder with you and to support you every step of the way. So we hope to see you on the inside soon, and back to you, Brian.
All right, amazing stuff. Give it up for Martini. She is the one to talk to. She's doing everything in front of the scenes, behind the scenes, in the middle of the scenes. So yeah, that's the place to be for sure. And you know, Martini said something really interesting there. You know, we've got our Crypto and DeFi Academy, and it's coming to a close in about 4 days. And so it's 4 weeks, 0 to hero. Everybody's learned so much. They've crushed it. A few people, you know, made some just amazing progress. But we're closing down the community on Sunday. And Martini, I'm worried what happens to them next week, because we've been there holding their hand and we've made sure that no bad things happen to them. They didn't get their wallets drained. They didn't plug into something stupid. But I know they're one bad decision away from losing 10K, 50K, 100K gone. Or they make some investment without thinking, or they jump into a Telegram group or a WhatsApp group and they think it's kosher and it's not. And I just told them, having a community of 150 people that you can check in on, even sometimes the market comes off and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to quit crypto, I'm going to sell the lows. Bitcoin was at 75,000 2 months ago. 2 months ago. I know people that sold, not in my group, because everyone in my group was calm. We talk live as a group twice a week. Everybody's calm. And now Bitcoin's back at 110K. Those people didn't sell because they were part of a community. And that community said, look, what's our North Star? What's our vision for the next 10 years? Why do we believe that? Has anything changed? No, it hasn't. We stick to our plan. And that's what gets us through the ups and downs that a lot of people succumb to when they're on their own. I cannot emphasize enough how important a community is, and being with people you trust with a long-term track record of massive success. So don't wait on this. If you wait a few months, it's going to be too late. Book a call with Martini. She doesn't bite. And just talk about if this is something that makes sense for you. And that's it, folks. This is exciting times. Great to see you, Richard, and great to see, you know, members that drop by from the club. It's always great. And these are exciting times. I really think June is going to be a massive month for crypto. And once these things pop, they just go crazy. I mean, watching Bitcoin yesterday was pretty crazy. I've got my screen at home where I watch the prices, and I've got mine at work. And so I come home at night, Martini, and I get to see what the price was 24 hours ago. And sometimes I just laugh out loud. I got home last night and it said Bitcoin was 104,000. And I was like, no, it's not. It's at 110,000. And that was yesterday. Again, I've never seen assets that go this quickly. And when they go up, sometimes they go up like they're never going to stop. That's the beautiful thing about crypto. So there you go, folks. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. I hope I see you on the inside. Stop by on Monday or Thursday for one of these calls, 7 p.m. UK time. Just send Martini a message. That's the best way. And connect with her. And I can't wait to see you on the inside. And we can change the world together, make some money, and make some friends in the process. So that's the plan. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being here, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. The mass scale transformation of humanity, the fully empowered, conscious, and cooperative species. It's something we live and breathe. We have a mission here. We want to help build the decentralized finance infrastructure of the future. What is your mission? Hey, it's Brian Rose from London Real. How would you like to join my investment club, where I teach you everything you need to know about early stage token and equity investments? Look, right now is one of the greatest times to invest in human history. We've got AI happening. We've got the metaverse that we built on AI, and all of this needs the blockchain, which is what we specialize in here. In my investment club, it's a 12-month program, 3 months of coursework where I teach you all the basics. I want to talk about how capital isn't enough, and I want to talk about how you can upgrade your arsenal of influence in a variety of ways. I teach you how to do basic due diligence. I teach you how to go to a conference and come back with 10 deals. Just go in, bam, 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 bam. This is super exciting, and we're able to do this here at London Real because I speak with some of the greatest guests on the planet. We have an amazing network, and we also have a structure to actually invest money in these deals. Just as a strategy in your business, just keep it simple, especially the first time you do it, but do it at the same time. I'm telling you, this is an incredible opportunity. I've got the best community in the business right now, 75 people from around the world in over 20 countries that are alongside, all investing together. And you can learn and network with the best in the business. No decision is much worse than a no. Something, action, action, action. The clock is ticking. If you're interested in this, click a link below and set up a call with one of my team. They'll walk you through what's happening, the opportunities, the requirements. But I plan on working with this group for the next 10 years, and we're going to do massive things here. And I hope you are a part of it. Click on the link and let's do this.